Although LEGO has made a gazillion clone variations over the years, clone commandos are not one of them. But there's plenty of fake ones. Welcome back to Sharky's Fake Bricks, the channel that buys, builds, and reviews exclusively fake LEGO. Today we're reviewing 6 clone commandos with the Delta Squad and 2 extras. I paid a total of $12.24 for all of them from AliExpress, but are they worth the buy? Let's get right to it. Alright, let's start first with the Delta Squad, and then we'll get into our 2 additional clones. And we'll kick things off with the Delta Squad Commander, Boss. Oh man, such a cool name. So here's our first look at the clone's armor and kind of style. I'm going to spend a little more time on Boss, and then I can kind of fly through the other ones. Just because all the armor pieces and all the attachments are relatively the same, just different colors, different designs. So first of all, this gun. They all come with completely unique guns. And they are sweet. Probably one of my favorite parts of this whole lot. I don't know the gun names. Like, I have no idea what this thing is, but it looks sweet. Taking that off, you'll notice right away he's got a couple major attachments. I think there's 3 attachments besides the helmet. And again, I'll take a closer look here at Boss, because the other clones also have pretty much the same. So the first attachment is this diaper down here. This is the only thing I could think of when I was assembling these guys. I mean, look at this. It's either like a diaper or a Speedo or something. The piece is actually kind of cool. This is the first time I've ever seen a hip or like crotch piece like this, and you'll see it fits over the hip piece right here. And probably my favorite part about this is that, unlike those Thanos minifigures that we reviewed a while ago, this hip attachment doesn't come out to the side, which means you can put the clone's hands and arms down to his side just like this, and there's nothing impeding his ability to move his arms up or down, which is great. This thing does, however, mean that the torso is pretty loose, just because there's one extra thing in between the connection of the legs and the torso, just like that. Moving on up, you'll see the next attachment is this sweet chest and shoulder plate combo. These are great. It really makes the clones look more beefy, which is awesome. I think the Delta Squad, they kind of always look beefy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think this is a really great replication of kind of their armor and the feel of the commandos. So yeah, you'll see this is one piece here, and the shoulders come out. I really like the shoulder width that it gives the figures. And then there's also 2 studs on the back, which is great. You put the backpack on here. They all come with backpacks. They're all different colors, but I also think that is a great attachment and a great addition. And while we're here, we could talk about probably the biggest pitfall of this figure, and I think a couple others, is the coloring here. So it might not show up well on camera, and it is pretty subtle, but unfortunately, Boss here, he's got the sweet orange usually. These are like 3 or 4 different shades of orange, which is so sad. You'll see, I don't know if you can see this, but the arm is like a darker orange, which looks probably the most accurate. And then the chest plate here is like a salmon color. It doesn't look like it's showing up. I hope you can see that. The helmet is also slightly different from the arms and that salmon. And then same with the back. It's a slightly different orange. Man, I wish it was showing up better. You can kind of tell from this angle. Yeah, really big miss by them. Fortunately, not all of the clones are like this. I think there's only like 1 or 2 others who have slightly different paint colors or printing. Yeah, again, the last attachment is this backpack, which I think is pretty cool. There is kind of that big gap right here, which looks unnatural, but it's really hard not to have that when you have studs like this. But the backpack itself looks great on all of these figures. And we'll take the shoulder piece off here quick, just so you can see the torso. Very plain on Boss here. A couple of them do have printing, but these clones are really meant to have that shoulder and chest plate, so it doesn't really bother me that there's no printing here. The arms are fantastic on all of these guys. Great detail. Definitely a huge win there. And now up to the most defining feature of all of these clone commandos, we have the helmet. I have always wanted clone helmets with like the shaved top. I actually used to make some of my own. just because I love how it looks. And these are super accurate. You'll see like it's a completely custom mold. Just looks great. Look at that from the side. On a couple of these clones, for some reason, the visor kind of looks smushed in the head. It's not too bad on Boss here. But yeah, great helmet. And it does have helmet holes for a visor. So all of these clones actually came with visors. You'll see just like that. It's a pretty solid piece. However, it is gargantuan. Yeah, absolutely massive. All of them, again, came with these visors, but it's not accurate to how these clones are usually portrayed. So I decided not to add any of them to the clones as we go on. But you can kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And lastly, we have the head. Can I get it off? All right, here's the head. It's actually great printing, and it has like a cool little nose thing there. I have no idea if that's accurate. Yeah, I don't know if their faces were ever shown. I don't remember them being revealed, but let me know if this is accurate. All right, second Delta Squad member up, we have Scorch. I know a lot of people really like Scorch, and this figure does not disappoint. Well, maybe a little bit, but I absolutely love this dark gray, kind of like a steel color almost. It's like super dark silver. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Once again, he has a custom gun. This thing looks sweet. I don't know if this is his actual gun, but I think it looks great on him. Taking that off, we can take a closer look here at the figure. So this guy is definitely more printed up than Boss was. You'll see his legs are really great. A lot more printing there, and it's kind of reflective. I don't know if you can see that. He has the same diaper again. This one is more like the same color as the rest of his armor, which I think looks great. I'm really glad they did that. His arms, again, fantastic printing there. And then the shoulder and chest plate just looks great. You'll even see there's like printing on the shoulder here. That looks awesome. And then the backpack here. This is probably the one downfall to this figure, specifically to Scorch here. In everything that I've seen Scorch's backpack, he always has like two big prongs. I have no idea what they're for, but his backpack unfortunately does not include those, and I feel like that's a pretty defining feature of this clone. So it's really too bad not to get those on his backpack. Helmet up here just looks amazing. I can't tell if all of these scuff marks are meant to be there. This one kind of looks like it was damaged in shipping, but it blends in pretty well. And yeah, again, I just really like the color here. And then look at the head. He's got a pretty angry face, and you might be able to tell he has like, second to focus, you might be able to see that. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little white triangle going around his eyes and down to his mouth. No idea if that's accurate, but it's a cool little detail, I guess. Third, we have Fixer. First of all, I think the green paint looks fantastic on him. See, he once again has a unique gun. This thing looks sweet. It's like a double barrel shotgun or something. Once again, just like on Scorch, he has some great printing down here on the legs. There is a little scuff mark there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Then he has a green diaper, and I will actually take the shoulder piece off for him, just so you can see the torso here. I think it's pretty much the exact same as the other clones. This one's just printed green, which is awesome, makes it more accurate. And then this is also a better look at the arms. Just fantastic printing on all of these guys' arms. And suiting him back up here, he's got some great detail here on the shoulder pads as well as the chest piece here. And then the backpack, once again, just has a unique paint job, and it looks great. Up here at the helmet, pretty similar to Boss, where there's just like a strip going up. This one's a little thinner. Yeah, helmet looks good here, but the head, it's not so great. It looks like he has green eyelashes here, which I don't think he's actually supposed to. But this head, I don't know, the mouth, it doesn't look great. It looks like fake Lego. But luckily he's got a helmet to cover that up. And the final Delta Squad member, we have Sev. Okay, first of all, he comes with this sweet sniper. And actually, he did not come with this gun. This gun came packed with Fixer. But on all the images I saw, it was Sev holding this like sniper rifle. It's like a longer version. So I gave it to him instead, and I think it looks great. So unfortunately, he is one of the other figures I was talking about earlier with like the miscoloring. So you'll see his legs here. Good detail, like pretty accurate, but unfortunately it is completely the wrong red. It's like super bright red, and then you'll see like up at his helmet, it's a dark red. This one shows up a little better. Looks like he's got a clean diaper and just a regular torso here, but then some great arm printing. And then a really cool shoulder pad printing as well. He has like a couple scuff marks there with the red, which looks battle worn and super awesome. And the back here, he's got a handprint. This looks like something from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I really like that detail here. I don't know if he actually has this on his backpack, but I wouldn't be surprised because up on his helmet, he also has like some hand printing, and this just looks really great. Aside from the fact that I don't know if you can see this, his visor is like much higher than the other clones on the molding here. So this is one I was talking about where his face kind of looks smushed. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but in person, I don't know, it looks like he could use a nose or something. Yeah, great detail there. And then taking the helmet off, he also has a handprint on his face. And once again, unfortunately, this red is like a very light red, much different than the dark red of the rest of his armor. All right, so that is the Delta Squad. Now we have 2 extra figures. The first is this blue guy. I have no idea if this is an actual clone commando, if he has a name. If it is, please let me know. But I actually really like the dark blue here. You'll notice his armor printing. I mean, everything's the same down here. He's very similar to Boss, where he has like the big stripe going up top and then like this little whoosh down here. He has the blaster of Captain Rex, which looks fantastic. Look at that. And then pretty standard all around, great arm printing, great backpack printing. The helmet looks very solid. And then the head. At first when I saw this, I immediately thought of Aang from The Last Airbender. So it could be cool for a custom if you finished off the era up on his head. But yeah, pretty simple clone commando compared to some of the other ones. There he is, blue guy. And the last clone up, my favorite clone commando, we have Gregor. First, he comes with the OG iconic Delta Squad or like clone commando gun. I'm sure you guys know the name of it. I don't off the top of my head, but this thing looks sweet. Man, again, this is my favorite clone commando. Unfortunately, there's some things wrong with this figure though. This one's a pretty easy fix. I could probably swap it out, but he has like a little misprinting on the hip piece. Or the diaper, excuse me. And then going up, he has like some scuff marks. I'm not sure if you can see that on the shoulder here, which is too bad. Not super noticeable. And this one's probably going to be really hard to see just because it's yellow. But there are 3 different colors of yellow. There's like 3 different shades. The arms are the darker yellow, which I think is the most accurate. And then here there's like a really light yellow. And then up on the head, it's like a highlighter yellow. So even different from these 2, which is really too bad. Nothing on the backpack here. Pretty simple. And then the helmet, which is usually like the most defining feature, especially for Gregor. I do like the check marks or the scuff marks, whatever those are. I think those look great. It would have been nice to see this figure in like a little darker shade. I think that would be more accurate. It's just kind of weird to see him in all white like this, but then we'll look at the head. Oh, he actually looks really nice. Well, that is the entire Delta Squad and our 2 extras. Now, let's see. As in, take a look at the enjoyability, accuracy, and overall toy quality. Enjoyability, I mean, it's super cool to have now clone commandos because Lego's never made them. So I do enjoy it in that regard. And the build process wasn't too terrible compared to some other fake Lego minifigs we've had. So yeah, I guess I enjoyed them. Accuracy, aside from some of the color differences, I would say yes, definitely. Some super accurate printing. And overall toy quality, it's not the best I've ever seen. Really cool accessories and attachments, but it's pretty hard to play with. Like, things just kind of fall off, and the arms are pretty stiff here. And, oh, yeah, the legs are too. And now the question of, should you buy? Well, it kind of depends. I think if you're a Clone Commando fan, these would be great for display or for like a mock or something. I think these would look really cool, especially the guns. But I think if you're looking for high quality minifigures, these are probably not for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to help support me and this brand new channel. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this related video, so go check that out right here. And I'll see you there.